just quickly want to thank the fans for everything this year. We had a great year of attendance as always, and they were ultra supportive, and really appreciate that. And secondly, just really want to congratulate and thank Sid. We live in a world now where there's very few kids that come into programs and stay 4 years like a normal senior. And even though we only had her for 2 years, she is a great representative of our program, of our school, of our community. So really want to thank her and her family for being a part of Iowa State, and hopefully there'll be a few more good games for her.
Like she said, that first play of the game was for her.
Yeah, we ran the first play of the game for her. Yeah.
Why do you want to do that, and what did it mean to see her take advantage of that?
No, I mean, I think, we always start seniors, and I felt like, it's her, in a way, this is her time. And so we actually ran the first 2 plays for her, and it was cool to see her make that first one. That's something she'll remember for a long time.
Game was back and forth through most of the game until maybe the last 4 or 5 minutes. What happened there at that last final stretch?
Probably a couple different things. Number one, we continue to struggle to rebound the ball. We got killed in the lane. Points in the paint were awful. And then we had a couple really, I don't want to say unfortunate, it's not fair to the other team, but some really loose possessions. It's a 3-point game. We turn the ball over twice on sideline inbounds plays. The kid's wide open and we throw the ball. One we drop and the other one we kick off our foot. But I think overall it was, and they shot the ball really well in the second half. I mean, they made some tough shots. So probably a combination of all that stuff.
You mentioned the points in the paint. What went wrong for you guys in that, in terms of them being able to take advantage of that?
A couple things. I mean, ball screen defense, we really struggled. Our rotations were either a little slow or wrong, and then we gave up some stuff. And then, especially end of the shot clock kind of things, again, we were step slow rotating, and they made some really good passes that led to layups, and their cards, got to the rim on us. Like if we got clipped by a ball screen, they were getting downhill, and our rotations weren't very good, from any of the spots. And so when you get into that, then you're rotating, and then you're giving up offensive rebounds. So it kind of goes together. But middle ball screen defense for us was a struggle.
Audie was in here kind of getting emotional, talking about Sid, her roommate, these two. How important are those two for each other?
They're very good friends. They're roommates. They're very connected in a lot of ways. I mean, they have a lot of similar things that they enjoy. There's a similar, how they grew up is similar in a weird way. So, and that's the great thing about college sports is one of the great things about college sports is the connections that you would make from small town Iowa to Edwardsville, Illinois, kind of kid, a transfer. They didn't get recruited together. Those are the things that are pretty cool. And those are the things that when they leave here, that'll be the most important thing for them.
Bill, the run was referenced. I think they went on a 10-0 run, 7:50 mark in the fourth quarter. But was them getting right back in it after you go up 11-0 just as big of a thing? Because in this building on senior night, keep that going, keep that maybe not extended, but it doesn't get erased quickly. Could be different.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, early in the game like that, it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, you get off to a great start, but there's so much time, and then we had a couple of shots that, like you said, if you stay ahead 5-7 points, you're not going to run them out of the building by any means. But yeah, I don't think there's any question that was probably a factor. But in the fourth quarter, so it's kind of a weird early in the game, late in the game kind of thing. But I do think that was probably a part of then it's, I mean, 3 quarters, each team, we were dead even for 3 quarters, so, yeah, you're probably, that's a really good point.
And then Hurd was huge in that, but also down the stretch, she had a big offensive rebound, maybe a couple late, just how much of a thorn, because she had a triple-double against you there.
Yeah, she obviously sees us and she gets real excited. You know, all of her highlights, probably on her all Big 12 All-American tape will be with us. She played both games against us. She just killed us. I mean, she did what she wanted. She's not a great 3-point shooter. She makes 3 right out of the gate, but she rebounds the ball. She competes. Her motor is always running. I mean, I have great respect for her because that kid plays the game hard. And everyone's, well, doesn't everyone? No, they don't. They don't. She plays the game hard every play, and she played 40 minutes. So I have the utmost respect for her. I think she's one of the better players, certainly in our league, and I think, you know, down the road when she becomes a professional, some team's going to get a good one.
That 7-0 run, I believe, came with Audie and Addie on the bench. How much in that moment did you want to get Addie back out there? But, you know, she played 25 on the dot today.
We played the players that were giving us the best chance to win, and Audie's minutes are limited, or I should say Addie's minutes are limited. You know, she struggled at times. Audie was getting a little tired, so that had zero to do with it, in my opinion. But everyone can have their own opinion.